Did you know that James Buchanan, the 15th President of the United States, is often ranked as one of the worst presidents in American history? But why does he hold this dubious distinction? Was his presidency as disastrous as it's often portrayed? James Buchanan Jr., a Pennsylvania lawyer, diplomat, and politician, ascended to the presidency in 1857. His career was already marked by an impressive list of roles, including Secretary of State and Representative of Pennsylvania in both houses of the U.S. Congress. Yet his presidency is often overshadowed by three peculiar facts: his lifelong bachelorhood, his Pennsylvanian roots, and most significantly, his presidency preceding that of Abraham Lincoln. Buchanan's presidency is most heavily criticized for his seeming indifference to the escalating tensions that would eventually erupt into the Civil War. As the storm clouds of this devastating conflict gathered, Buchanan appeared to stand by, largely inactive. This perceived passivity earned him a place in the annals of history as a president who failed to act in his country's hour of need. However, the question arises, is Buchanan truly the worst president in U.S. history? Some argue that this title might belong to a more recent leader, Donald Trump. Critics point to three significant reasons why Trump may outstrip Buchanan in this unenviable ranking. Firstly, Trump's presidency was marked by an unrelenting assault on civility, democracy, and morality. His constant belittling of anyone who didn't support him unconditionally, coupled with an astounding number of false or misleading claims, made him a contentious figure. Secondly, Trump's tenure was marred by numerous personal scandals and allegations, including sexism, racism, and narcissism. His derogatory comments about various demographics, his controversial immigration policies, and his offensive remarks about countries with predominantly non-white populations further fueled this perception. Lastly, Trump's presidency was characterized by a seeming disregard for democratic norms and institutions, a trait that critics argue has left a lasting negative impact on the political landscape of the United States. In summary, James Buchanan's presidency, marked by political passivity during a time of national crisis, led many to label him as one of the worst presidents in American history. However, some argue that Donald Trump's presidency, characterized by an assault on democratic norms, personal scandals, and a divisive approach to leadership, may warrant him this dubious distinction. The question of who was the worst president is subjective and depends on individual interpretation of historical events, yet the presidencies of Buchanan and Trump serve as reminders of the immense responsibility that comes with the office and the lasting impact that a president's actions can have on a nation.